Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany and this is Brit Budgets. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So I'm going to be doing my weekly check-in, but before I do that, I wanted to show you guys my planner setup that I have here. And I do have a candle going. This is Cozy Linen from Bath and Body Works. And it smells so good, you guys. It smells like fresh clothes. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it so it's not super long. So I did purchase this cover here. It's like a pleathery type cover, very sturdy, very high quality. I did purchase that from Amazon. And then I printed out the Budget by Paycheck cover. This is from the Budget Mom, and I printed this on cardstock. This is the 100-pound weight cardstock. And I only did these in like my covers for each month to the calendar. So this one is that cardstock, and then this is just a 32-pound paper. Okay, so when you first open, I'm sorry if you hear Nyla, she wants me to pick her up. Okay, so I have my financial plan goal sheet, and I just wrote down a couple goals that I have been thinking of. The first main goal is to pay off my Mazda and then purchase a new vehicle or have the down payment for a new vehicle, and I want to have this done by December 31st of this year. I also, my 5-year or medium term goal is to start tackling my student loans. I have about, I want to say about $70-something thousand worth of debt for student loans, just mainly student loans. So I want to start tackling that. And I just did a goal of $20,000 within 5 years, which is manageable for me. If I can, like with my savings challenges and just being, you know, it's a more realistic goal for me, as well as pay off my new car. I don't know how much my new car will be, so I don't know how much I would be getting financed. So I just did $20,000 for that goal. And then my long-term goal is to pay off student loans. So I just did an estimate of $60,000. I just kind of rounded. And then buy our own home or down payment for a home. So before, we have been working on our credit. My credit has been improving. So is my husband's. But I want to kind of get some of my debt. Even if I don't get all of my student loans paid down, I want to get some of my student loans paid down before we start trying to save for a house. So yeah, so I will be saving. However, it's not going to be like a priority right now. Now, it may be within the next 5 years. We may start looking into it. But as of right now, we're just trying to get some of our debt down before we add more debt, if that makes sense. Okay, so that is my financial plan. On this side, I have my membership. So I have my Sam's Club membership, which I think actually went up this year. It's normally $45, but when I looked, it said it was $50 a year. So I just went ahead and put $50 down, and me and my best friend usually split it. So I'll do $25, she'll do $25. And then I have my KineMaster, which is my editing software. That actually changed, I believe. I hope I can keep it at this one because the version that I have is fine. But if I end up having to change it, then, you know, I will. But as of right now, I'm just going to stick with that. So $24.54. That is $23.99, I believe. And then with tax, it ended up being $24.54. I just went back and looked at my previous from last year. I do have my sinking fund savings visual. I haven't filled this in yet because I don't know which ones I want to track right now. So I haven't filled it in, but I do have front and back of those. Then I have my bill tracker, which I need to go through and check off some more because I do have, I did make some payments, or some payments came out. So I think almost all of them came out except for Apple Storage, Netflix, CBS. Yeah, I think those are the only 3 that are not paid. Oh, and Dominion, because I haven't gotten my Dominion bill yet. But other than that, and actually, no, this month's paid. So I'm waiting for next month. So I actually can check that off as well. So I will get to that here in a minute. And then here's a medical bill tracker, but I don't have any medical bills that I'm paying right now. So that's why. So then I have these clear little dividers. I got these off Amazon. Don't mind the writing on them. But I just did that so I could know where my months in. Okay, so moving on, we have I have my months and I have them divided up. I have my goals for the month, which is to have 10 no spend days and to stick to my budget. And then I did pink is my payday number 1, and I highlighted all of the bills for that payday. And then my payday number 2, I did the bills for that one. And then if you see the blue, that is a transfer from my husband. So normally the only thing he transfers is my the car payment. Oh, and he also sends over the cell phone as well. So I may start including that as well, since that is incoming money. So I don't know. We'll see. But I do have those, and I have to go through. It is the 20th. Wait, what is today? Today is the 20th. Oh, I totally forgot what the day was. But today is the 20th, so I have to do my no pay days for these 3 days, which they were no spend days. Except for, nope, that was Monday. Okay, so yeah, I can mark those as no spend days as well, which super duper excited about. Let's see, moving forward. So we have then my monthly spread my bi-weekly spread. Since I only have 2 weeks that I budget, at the max 3 weeks. So the months that have the 3 weeks, which I think is June and December this year, or November, one of the two, I printed out extra one. So I have the one, then the next one, then I printed out another one. But on the regular months, like January, only get paid twice. So I have my budget breakdown here, and then I started this one, my pre-budget here, and then when you see my which you'll probably post on Monday, my budget with me, will be doing this page. And then I goes directly into my expense trackers. I do need to print out another page of this, which I will do later. But how I broke it down was credit card, cash, then I have checking number 1, and then I need to print out another one for checking number 2. So my checking number 1, well, let's just start with the credit card. So credit cards, I put this here because I do have a cashback credit card. So I usually try to spend here so that I can get the cash back. However, I do have like my groceries is in cash, my spending is in cash, and gas is in cash. So I put that here so I can track that as well. So when I put, if I use my credit card, I also write it here. And then that way I can correlate. So I can look here like, okay, so I spent $5.98 at Target on the credit card. So that's how much I need to put back. I need to put $6 back. Take $6 out for me to put towards the credit card. So that's just how, so I can keep track. And I can know whether, like, if it's listed over here, then that means these expenses were used with the credit card, you know? So that's how I can keep track of, okay, this Taste of Jamaica was with cash, but this Murphy's Gas, which I need to change that because I originally was going to go to Sam's, but Murphy's Gas was paid on the credit card. So that's just, I hope that makes sense. It makes sense to me, but of course, these pages, do what you want. Do what works for you and what makes life simple for you. This just works for me because when I'm doing, like, you will see that here in a minute, I'm going to fill out my I'm going to fill out my expenses that I've made or that have come out. And then I'll be able to show you, you know, what I have left over in my cash envelopes and what I'm taking out. So basically, you'll see that here in a minute. Okay, so checking number one. This account, and yes, there's a lot of writing on this account. This account is for my bills. So any installment bills, any regular bills, anything that comes out as a bill comes out of this checking account. Even if it's not auto, like it's not on auto pay, it comes out. Like I'll go manually pay it. So I just list everything here so that I can see what has already been paid, and I can know like which bills have been paid, which bills are left to be paid, and things like that. Now I need to print out another one for checking number 2. That one is the one that I transfer. Like I will sometimes put money on that account to spend or to make my credit card payment. So that's kind of like my Capital One personal account. That's not for the bills, you know, it's for anything else. So I do think I'm going to print out one for that so I can kind of see like, okay, well, I transferred this amount to that account so I can kind of keep up with everything. So yeah, I will pay that. I will print one of those out. Again, I just have to get my printer out and set it up, and I just haven't. Okay, moving on. So the next page is my January debt payment. The only debt that I have that I'm focusing on is my car, and I will be filling that in as well because now I know how much actually is left on the car versus like, because they give you the full amount with the interest, which I think is like $16,000, but I needed the I think it's like 11,031 left, I think. So that's the amount that I focused on, and I figured out my interest rate is high, definitely high. But when I was trying to figure out what my payment will be to pay off the car, I will always get it. It will be like 20 something dollars off. So I figured out what percentage they're using, and I got it. I think it's like 4% off for the most part, but it's close. I don't care about the change. My focus is the dollar amount. And with it, is my interest rate is 25.17, which is crazy because it's supposed to be 22.99. And I know that's not great, but when I got my car, my credit was shot. So my credit is much better. So I'm anticipating it won't be the best credit rate when I get my new car, but it will be a lower credit rate. So that's exciting because my credit is so much better. But yeah, I'm not understanding the interest rate. But at this point, I'm just trying to pay it off. So now that I know what the interest is, I can actually keep track every month. Once I make my payments, I'll know what I'll have left and so on and so forth. And I can always verify that every month by getting a payoff quote from them. So yeah. Then we have the monthly budget category breakdown. I want to try this year. I'm still a little nervous because I don't know exactly how to do these worksheets, but I want to try. I want to be more intentional with it. I want to be able to visualize, and I can look at these and I can save this and I can look back like, okay, so last year I spent this much in this category. So this year we're going to focus on cutting that category down. So that's why I want to try to do this. So each month, each year, I can go back and look and I can see whether I'm improving in those specific categories or whether, you know, I need to do a little more, you know, for that. The next page is the where did my money go? So this is for the monthly debt. So this will be for my car payment as well as the savings. So for the savings, since I don't track my joint savings with my husband, I put my savings categories. So I can see how much I'm saving there. So my savings, my cash envelope savings, and then, my sinking funds, and then my challenges. So those are the ones that I will be tracking on this one. Then we have a monthly spending comparison. So I will fill this out. I don't have anything to compare January to, but going forward, I can continue to compare my spending and see, you know, where I did better or whatever the case may be. And then I have the January meal plan, because as many of you know, if you watched my previous video, I started a new 12-hour shifts. So me and my best friend alternate. This week she's bringing breakfast. So we work Monday and Tuesday. We were off Wednesday through Friday, and then we go Saturday, Sunday. So it's my turn. So I bring lunch, she brings breakfast, and then next week she'll bring lunch, I'll bring breakfast. So we just alternate what weeks we bring what. And I printed this out, but I don't need it because I did buy the these from the denomination count from the Budget Mom, but I brought her set, the little sticky note ones. But I just printed this out just in case I needed it before it got here, but they will be here today actually. But that is pretty much it. Each month it's pretty much the same, you know, have the calendar, so on and so forth. And we're just gonna see, we're just gonna be more intentional with our money this year. And so what I'm gonna do now is I am going to remove these pages. And that's what I like about this. I can remove the pages out. And so what I'm gonna do is go through and fill in. I'm gonna move this off to the side. But I'm gonna go through and fill in my payments or anything that has come out here. So I'm gonna speed this part up and I will zoom you guys in so you can see. Okay, you guys, so I just filled in my bills as well as any cash that I spent. So what we're gonna do now, we're gonna go into my cash binder. We're gonna see how much I have and how much I'll have left. So for gas, I have 50 in here, and I spent 25 at Sam's, which was good. It wasn't a lot to fill up, so I'm gonna take the 5 and a 20. So I have $25 left over, which I don't foresee me needing, but I'll have it. And if I don't use it, I'm gonna take this and put it into my personal fund, because I'm saving up money for, I'm not putting it in Jay's, but I'm saving up money for my husband's birthday. His birthday is next month. And so we want to take him out. Well, I want to take him out, and me and my best friend, we're actually going to do just like a joint thing. We're going to go out to eat and just have some fun, because her boyfriend's birthday is 4 days. Like, their birthdays is 4 days apart. His is the 22nd, and my husband's is the 20. I'm sorry. His is the 22nd, and my husband's the 26th. So they're 4 days apart. So yeah. Okay. So personal, and let me grab here. I believe I already took that out, but let me double check here. Okay, so we have the 25 here. That's going to be for gas. And already taken out, I have $5, $10, $11, $12, $13 already taken out, which I think I need to put like another $1 in here. So when I get change, I will do that. But so we have the $6 that was for Target here. And then we had the, oh, maybe not. So we have the $7, which was for the Walmart. So that is good. So what's left over, and can you believe it, y'all? I still have money left over in my spending. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so I have $25 left over. And as I stated, if I don't use it, whatever I don't use will go into my, either my fund or Mr. and Mrs. One of those to save up for his birthday so that we could, probably gonna go out to eat. I need to get him a cake, all that good stuff. And grocery, as you see, is empty and I didn't put anything in miscellaneous. So that is it for the wallet. So I still have $25 in gas and I still have $25 in my envelope. So going into the credit card envelope, and this just needs to be taken to the bank, I have So I have 25, 35, 36, 37, 38. So $38 that is going to be going into the credit card envelope here. And whenever, I'll probably take it to the bank. I'll probably just take it to the bank when I, probably next week when it's time for me to go and, geez, I lost my train of thought. Oh, when it's time for me to pull money for my new cash stuffing, because I get paid next week, I'll probably just deposit that in the bank then, or one of the days I'm on the way to work, I'll deposit it. I'm not sure. But that is it, you guys. I just wanted to show you guys my planner, and we'll go through and fill out my information that I needed for my expense tracking and my bills. And that's just how, this is what works for me. Do what's comfortable for you. Do what works for you. I don't know my categories. I don't know how I want to do things. I think I want to do like, if it's like anything like internet or a phone bill, or I don't know. I'm still working on my categories. So I just put like what they were really, but I will figure it out. So I don't know if I want to change it, instead of utilities, do bills. I don't know yet, but this is my first year doing this, so I'm still trying to figure things out. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for your support, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.